Hello, thanks for staying with us on Bernama Today. Still with us, Elaine as well as Tamina. And in the studio, we're speaking to Fadli Bakhtiar. He is the Festival Director of KLEFF or KLEFF. And of course, we're talking about KLEFF 2017 this summer. How are you doing today?
Great, so great and so excited to be here.
Yeah, welcome back as well, Fadli.
Thank you so much
this is now going to be the 8th year running, right?
10th year.
10th year.
10th year.
10th year.
10th year.
Wow.
10th International KLEFF Festival 2017. It's happening from the 23rd to 29th of October, which is next week onwards at the Publica Solaris Duta Mas. But tell us about your experience about being a festival director. We understand that this is not how it started out for you.
No. I started as a volunteer.
Volunteer?
10 years ago.
Okay.
The first KLEFF.
Why did you volunteer then?
Basically I was trying to look for something new because environment was not my line of study.
Oh, really? What was your line of study?
I studied computer science.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Quite far
So
off,
from tech all the way to the environment.
Yeah, so I was
wow.
looking for... it's not about I was looking, but somehow like I kind of like met
Just
this festival.
just came together.
Yeah, it's very pleasant,
Pleasant coincidence in order for this to happen.
Yeah, so I volunteered and then I had fun with it. I learned new things. I learned about environment, obviously, and learned about organizations, management, event management, planning. So it's kind of like just a good place for me to grow. So here I am after 10 years.
It looks like the bug caught you, as in you're stuck here. Not stuck here, as in like you got entrenched in it. You really love it, and therefore this is going on right now. It's now in the 10th year. You're spearheading it now.
It's unbelievable. I mean, like how many times can someone think that they've done something for 10 years?
Exactly.
Like, straight 10 years. So
I'm
less
so
blessed,
these days. A lot of people turn around happens so quickly these days.
Yeah.
So having it running for 10 years is really quite an achievement. Have you been able to use your background though in computer science in order for you to be able to
not at the technical level,
right.
but we have improved in terms of our paperless
so
methods.
Truly going sustainable.
Yeah,
right?
so we have all these what do you call it, online registrations and paperless and stuff like that. So database, collecting data and understanding the type of things that people like and plan for something different every year. So that has something to do with technology.
That has
and
the
also
evolution that has come about.
Now I'm going to ask you this, Fadli. So you've been in this line for roughly a decade.
Yes.
Now, have you seen the sustainability living movement? How have you seen it develop amongst not just those who work with you, but also those who come and attend the festival year in and year out? Is there more of an awareness amongst the average Malaysian that, okay, sustainable living is not just some catchphrase. This is how you actually have to, make little micro changes in your life so that you are actually doing less damage to the environment.
Yeah, I like what you said about micro changes. I think the awareness that we do, or any organizations for that matter, have been doing all this while has to continue. Even developed countries still do awareness in many things, human rights, animal welfare, all sorts of things. So awareness has to go on. However, we see the changes in terms of participation. So the awareness is the first step. The second step is to participate. So we see more participation from various walks of life. It's not exclusive anymore to anyone.
What kind of participation are you talking about?
We talk about kids, we talk about families, we talk about youth especially, we talk about even academics or
panel experts,
corporates, people who have the power to help spearhead this change.
And create this change.
Yes.
Now, for those that are not, familiar with KLEFF itself, perhaps you can explain what happens during KLEFF.
Wow, okay. For this year, this is the 10th year, and the first time ever we've done this whole week festival.
In the past, 1 day,
it's
2
only
days, 3 days?
generally about three days, like a weekend festival. This is a whole week festival in Publica.
So it's Monday to Sunday.
Monday
it's
to
a
Sunday.
full week, chock-a-block of activities, we hope. So what kind of activities can
obviously, we have a full week of film screening, 86 films from around the world, the best films that we have screened. We received 249 films, submissions.
Wow. From around, not just in Malaysia?
No, about 40 countries. And we have selected the best. Like, I'm one of the juries. I've seen all films, and these are the best 86
How
films.
many again? 86 will
86
be
films
screened.
to be screened.
Okay.
And what are
The
the
whole week.
lengths of these films? Are they
Can-
feature length or are they short films?
Feature length, short film, animation, public service announcements,
Ah, so
short
there's different
documentaries,
categories
different
as well.
categories, but we categorize it based on thematic. So, for example, on Monday night, it's river and conservation.
Right.
So,
Oh, brilliant.
so
Okay.
anyone who wants to learn more about a specific issues can check out our website
Right.
and choose something that is probably relevant to them or something that they want to learn more. Apart from that, we have 3 forums, Sustainability Forum Series,
Okay.
where we have 17 speakers over 3 days.
How many?
17 speakers
17
over 3 days.
speakers
So
over
we
3
have
days.
3 forums.
Okay.
So one in women in leadership,
Okay.
second is youth in leadership, and third is food for future.
When is that happening?
That is 24th, 25th, and 26th.
24th, 25th, and
26,
26th.
yeah.
I believe we got a temporary interruption.
That's right. Okay. Thanks for that. So now, when you speak about the film festival itself, tell us a little bit about the backstory. Now, it's actually the organizers are EcoKnights.
Yes.
Now, EcoKnights as an NGO,
Yes,
and
we are.
especially with KLEFF being essentially an NGO startup, how do you guys sustain yourselves? How do you stay afloat for the rest of the year while you're organizing and getting together your forces to put together the film festival as the big annual event?
Especially as an NGO, it's not
That's
easy
right.
to put something like this together.
It's amazing what passion or determination can do to anyone. So I think it started by Yasmin wonderfully decided that we need more content and we need to localize the content as well, because we used to get contents from international contents, and now after 10 years, for example, this year we received 60 over Malaysian submissions. So that's the first, that's one of the goals. One of the goals is to get more Malaysians to be part of this, right? And then we want to localize and make this something that everyone can have access to.
Right.
So and we are the festival is generally run by volunteers, and my team, a very small team, less than 10 people, and they are all my young team and interns. So to talk about whether you need experience to do it, I think the experience comes from actually doing it, not from thinking of whether it can work or it cannot. So I think the 10 years
Just
is
hit the
always
ground
about
running, yeah?
just go to the ground, do it, learn from it, improve. Always try to be transparent and honest with people,
Right.
so that people really believe in what you do.
Right.
So hopefully we get more people to be part of this.
At the end of the day, it sounds to me that you're just bringing people together, you know, giving people a platform to be able to contribute, to speak, to be able to voice out their opinions, and also be able to share their experiences as well.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Exactly it. It's a platform. That's
Right.
what we want to do.
Yeah.
So when you speak about sustainability, what role do you see that the Malaysian media has been playing and also helping, you know, really bump up the awareness, and not just for annual events or fests or, you know, Eco Week and etc., but throughout the year? Do we really see it having an impact on Malaysians around the nation, or are we still just, you know, where we were, let's say, a decade ago, throwing rubbish on the streets and being quite unethical and
Lackadaisical in
unenvironmentally
their attitude. But I know at the end of the day, I think what we're trying to establish here, 10 years on, have you seen any concerted change when you're just going out and about?
Yeah, so again, we talk about the media. I think it's very important because the media plays a very important role to help bridge the gap on various issues. For example, when government has all sorts of different policies or new policies, the media is really important to help disseminate the information, so public understands about a certain policies or new kind of rules or any even incentive. There's a lot of incentive that the government applies to the public.
Being eco-conscious,
being eco-conscious. So these things need to be distributed to the public. So that's one. So in 10 years, of course, you still have all this sort of old mindset of not caring about the environment, of, you know, littering and all sort of things. But because of technology and because of the connectivity that we have now, it is we make it more visible, more. I think it's faster for people to know a certain issues. So there's a lot of apps or communities that always takes pictures of rubbish, and then the faster, you know, there's people take action faster.
Right.
Even the government, you know, the local
Right.
authorities, when
That's
you
right.
send it to them, and then they act faster to it.
Right.
So, and I think generally after, if you keep doing this, and people will feel a little bit less, how do you say it?
Reluctant to change.
Reluctant to
Be an eco-vigilante, right?
yeah.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah, so we need to keep on doing it, but I think it has to be done with wisdom.
Right.
Yeah, we need to really try and make this something that is not, of course it's forced, but we need to make it something that
Becomes natural,
something
right?
that you need to do, because it's, you know, being conscious about yourself, being conscious about your self-awareness has to increase.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fadli, for that.
No problem.
You know, I think that ended on a great note. Be conscious
Exactly.
on yourself, and you know, take this opportunity to head to the KLEFF or KLEFF Film Festival that's happening from the 23rd to the 29th October.
29th.
Publica Solaris Dutamas, you can do your part. We'll take a short
Exactly.
breather right now. When we come back, we have more news to share with you.
Stay tuned.